Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back working on the ZX6R and my goal is to ensure that everything gets done on this bike in this video. I don't know how possible it's going to be because I'm still waiting for quite a bit of parts, but I'm going to work with what I have and hopefully those parts turn up and I can get this build completed. And the first part I've received today is the rear wheel for the ZX6R. In an earlier video, I tried to make one from a Ninja 1000 work on this bike, and we're so close, but it did not work. A nice replacement rear wheel. Guys, another massive setback. I unboxed the replacement rear wheel, and I decided to throw the front one on the stand, just to make sure everything is okay. And I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, but there's a slight wobble to that. That wheel is bent. Wow. I was not expecting that. So instead of mounting this new rear wheel on, I have to figure out the front wheel now. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get the original front wheel and rear wheel straightened because I don't want to buy another front wheel. It doesn't appear to be too bad, but it's for sure bent and I can see it. And if you can see it, then that's bad enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the rotors off and all the bearings. Same for that one over there because that's the original rear wheel. And then we're gonna go get the tires dismounted. And when that's done, I will drop it up at the rim repair shop and hopefully they can straighten out both of them. And guys, just like that, everything is off the wheels, rotors, bearings, spacers. It's now ready to go get the tire dismounted and the wheel straightened. New day, I just dropped off the wheels, but it's gonna take a couple days. Another delay I was not really looking forward to, but they're gonna let me know. In the meantime, we're gonna head back to the garage because I have a special part that just came in. And this part is gonna completely transform this build. So the wheel is dropped off, we're back in the garage, and in my hands here I have a very special package for the ZX6R. I've been waiting for this for a minute, and I'm super excited to throw it on. So let's quickly open this up. Ho ho ho. I'm sure you guys can guess what this is. If you know, you know. Just in case you don't know, first tip over here is that's the dash connector, and something else is gonna go in place. And in this box is the prize. So I'm gonna stop teasing you all and show you all what's going on the bike. Oh, it looks beautiful. It's obviously not a direct bolt-on, so I'm gonna need to do some modification to fit it on this bike. Without further ado, I'm gonna get to work. So I've gone ahead and made the required cuts on the cluster bracket. The dash now fits. This is the mounting plate that comes with the dash kit. So I just have to line it up, drill some holes, secure this, and then secure the dash on permanently. Well guys, that took a minute, but the dash is now installed. Lots of drilling, cutting, fabricating. It wasn't easy, but the final result is very much worth it. So the harness is run across like this. When the race fairing goes on, there's lots of cavity, lots of space in this area, so this is going to sit over there. Rectifier is going to mount on the side of the race fairing. The USB connection is just going to be in there for us to connect with. And if we go over to the front, oh, what's going on? So it looks like we have an issue. It just literally powered on. It just powered on and I was able to access all the menus and everything, but now it's just backlighting. Guys, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't. So that's the dash. You can see the screen, and when I unplug the connector over here, it goes black, right? So it's completely disconnected right now. And when I plug it in, what is going on? It literally just powered on like 20 minutes ago. It powered on. This is not nice. I have no idea what it's doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery, completely reboot the bike and see if that changes anything. I don't see why, and we'll see. Well guys, it's been half an hour later and I could not tell you what is wrong with the dash. It's still just pretty much the same thing. You can tell it's on, but there's nothing on the display. I have contacted the manufacturers. I'm gonna wait till I can hear something back and figure out exactly what's going on. But I'm not gonna let this stop me today. I have lots of other parts to throw on the ZX6R. And in here is our replacement fuel cap. I have a new gasket, of course. We're just gonna toss the gasket on quickly, like so. New fuel cap is gonna go on. Good. And just like that, the first plastic is on the bike. A lot of OGs would probably remember this fairing kit. This is my track fairing. I've had this for a couple years, and we're going to be throwing it on the ZX6R again to complete this build. Only saw one riding session, so it's pretty much still mint. With the tank cover installed, we have one more part. Complete steering dampener assembly with the brackets for the ZX6R and all the hardwares. Let's get it on. I'm going to install the lower bracket. It goes right underneath the upper 333 over there. Those 2 bolt holes is where this is gonna go. Bracket is loosely fitted right now. I'm gonna go ahead and torque both bolts to specification. All right, dampener is installed. It's looking good, very secure. Oh, this bike is gonna be a machine when it's all done. Now I'm going to go over to the gas tank over here. I have a couple pieces I want to toss on here. We have a race tank extender and some tank sliders because I do not want to damage the cover. So this, I think this is the one for the right side. Pretty much goes like this. There's 3M double-sided tape. I generally prefer using my silicone, but we're going to see how well the double-sided tape works. We're going to heat up all the surface first. So I have that 3M double-sided tape on there, and I have some tape just to secure it in place, but it's still letting go on the bottom. So I'm gonna throw some silicone and just call it a day. It always works better for me anyway. I did not silicone the gas tank to the actual tank because this is one of the best bikes to have a tank cover on. You can just throw a zip tie back here and the 2 bolts up here. Pretty much clamps the gas tank cover onto the gas tank, and there is no movement whatsoever. I'm gonna make some markings because obviously the silicone is not gonna adhere properly to this glossy surface. So I'm gonna scuff it up a little bit along the edges, and then it should be golden. Well guys, the verdict is in. I just heard back from styling, and the distributor I got the harness from, it looks like I need to send both the harness and dash to Italy to get repaired because they believe that something is now damaged in the dash because of the incorrect harness I received. Really unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? The build has to continue. So I'm gonna continue putting on the fairings on the ZX6R. There's gonna be no dash on the bike for the final review, but whenever the dash comes in, we're gonna throw it on. This is what the final result is gonna be. Dash is fully installed. Harness is gonna be connected. Obviously, this is not the right one, but whenever the right one comes in, we're gonna clean all of this up just the way it is and pretty much install the dash back in place. But in the meantime, this has to come off. This has to come off, and then I can send it to Starline to hopefully get repaired. So I just got a call. They tried straightening the front and the rear wheel. The front wheel was able to get straightened. The rear wheel broke. So let's go pick it up and start touching it on the ZX6R. And guys, we just picked up the wheel. This is okay, and this is no good. You can see they marked it over there. Nice crack right on the spoke, so it's no good, unfortunately. a new day, and as you can see, I've done some work on the ZX6R and I did not record any videos. I just got carried away. But the tires we picked up, or the wheel we picked up, is now mounted on the tires, or the tires are mounted on the wheel. Brake rotors, everything is clean, just like I did on the BMW. I hit it with some wire wheel and it cleaned up pretty good. There's no more rust in it, clean. All of this was washed because there was lots of fork oil residue on everything, as you guys obviously remember. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is service the brake caliper because we still have a lot of fork oil in there. So all of that needs to get cleaned out, and then we can mount it over there, and then I can say we're 100% done on the front end. We're still waiting for the dash. Unfortunately, I just shipped it out, so that's gonna be at least a couple weeks to get all of that sorted out. Gonna be a massive delay on that one, but whenever we do get it back, we're gonna throw it on. Now I have the front brakes fully serviced. Everything is good over there on both sides. The next part that's going on is going to be the rear tail. I've modified the subframe to receive the rear tail. I actually don't need this tail section because obviously there's going to be no rear passenger seats going over there. A very good tip from a subscriber actually, so that's good. You know who you are, so thank you for that tip. Now this piece is going to slap on like so. And the sit pad is going to go on. I've obviously traced it out, drilled some holes so we can access the bolts. I'm going to heat it up. And that's the rear tail all completely installed, looking really good. I also want to point out something very quickly. This race extension and this slider over here were all installed at the same time, same as one on the other side. This was installed with silicone adhesive, same as this one. And this side I used the 3M double-sided tape. You can see it's starting to let go over there, and same over here. That's why I never use this thing. So I always talk about it. The clear silicone is the way to go. Never comes up except you want to take it up yourself. Like this is not moved, the bike hasn't moved, and the adhesive is starting to let go. I'm gonna pop this off and install it with the same adhesive as that. Now the front nose is gonna go on. Now instead of just using bolts to hold it in place, I have this mirror block of plates. Way better. With the front nose fully installed, I've gone ahead and installed the side fairing piece, just loosely fitted so I can install the mid fairing, mark it up, and figure out exactly where I want to put that rectifier. And this is what I've come up with. Made a bracket, 1/4 inch aluminum, and this cut over here, so it fits right over the frame slider. And this hole, a bolt is gonna go directly through here into the frame, and there's gonna be no side to side movement because of this. And I think it's gonna be super clean. So I'm gonna quickly secure the bracket in place. I could get this painted, but the overall theme for this bike is to make it as budget friendly and as practical as possible, because I don't want it fancy, so I'm not tempted to sell it. With that bracket installed, I have 2 holes drilled over here. The rectifier is simply going to mount like this with some bolts and nuts. Okay, that's fully secured. Like I said, with this design, it's not going anywhere. Very secured. At this point, we should be ready to slip this on. And here's what it's looking like. Side fairing belly pan is loosely fitted right now. You can see that bracket I made. I could paint this black, but again guys, that's not the goal on this build. I'm not trying to make it all fancy, I just want to make it practical and good. Rectifier is sticking out. This gets pretty warm while the bike is running, so it's gonna get lots of airflow over there. Really good. Now we have to go fasten everything properly because it's still pretty loose. There's no bolt over there. Move over to the other side and pretty much install everything, because we have no tank pad, or we have no tank fairing, mid fairing. All of that is not installed just yet. We do need to do some trimming because of the exhaust over here. So I'm gonna get that done off camera, trim it as good as possible so there's no contact, because right now we can't get that to the mounting point over there. But that's why we're mocking it up, so we can figure issues out. I have shipped the dash and the wiring harness back to Starline, so I'm hoping they can figure something out, because it would really suck if that dash is completely dead. But fingers crossed that gets taken care of. I still have quite a few parts to throw on this bike, so let's get working. I also have a brand new brake rotor that's gonna go on the bike, because while I was trying to modify this wheel to work on the ZX6R, I also modified the brake rotor, and I'm not gonna run that obviously because it's no good. That's why I picked up a new one. So we're gonna get the brand new rotor on the rim. And now the rear tire assembly is ready to go in. I've just completed the brake service over there, so that's all good. Rear wheel is loosely fitted, a lot better because now it's not touching the swinging arm or the brake lines. So I'm going to move over to the front and install the sprockets. Well guys, that's it for the ZX6R for now. There's a couple more things that I would like to get done on this bike. Obviously, we do not have the dash in there. That's been shipped back to Starline, so I'm hoping they can figure something out on that for me. The bike is currently in standard shift. I would prefer to run this in GP shift, but the quick shifter I currently have installed is a one-way, so it's a push, not a pull, if I'm getting that correctly. So when you push it, it activates the solenoid over there, and then you can shift without using the clutch. So if I was to change this to GP shift, that won't work anymore, and that's no good. So I'm gonna see if there's a way around that. I don't really think so, but that's something for me to look into. Again, these are old fairings that are not in the greatest condition. You can see there's lots of bruises from the years I've had this. More over on this side, so we have a couple more bruises all over this. But this is just to get this video out to you guys. I have something cooking up with our friends over at AUCMART Fairing, and that's gonna really blow your mind. The dash is not in place, so we hope to get that in sooner rather than later. And then a couple more bling parts. There's a couple more things I would like to change up top over here. The front wheel is now straight. Replacement rear wheel is looking good. Tire is all mounted and it's spinning straight and true, so that's really important. This exhaust is very, very loud. I will try to get you guys some sound clip in this video, but it's very, very loud. But that's all the time I have for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this videos, you know what to do. Be sure to like. You can hype this video so it gets out to more people. So if you're looking to support the channel, that's one way for you guys to do that. Drop some comments, let me know what you think about the whole build. Even though it's not over, there's still more to come on this bike, I guarantee you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.